Buried in backyards and barns across America, 11 forgotten classics are now up for grabs, all under $3,000. Some run, some don't. Some are straight, others are rusted to the core. But each one holds a story and a chance to rescue real vintage steel before someone else beats you to it. 1. 1973 Pontiac Catalina, $2,200, Georgetown, Ohio. Here's a big-body Pontiac you don't see every day. This 1973 Catalina is mostly original, still running its factory 400 cubic inch V8 and automatic transmission. The engine starts, idles smooth, and shifts fine, but it doesn't have working brakes yet, so it'll need to be trailered home. This was originally an air-conditioned car, and the Frigidaire compressor is still mounted. It's not currently running off the fuel tank, just a nurse tank, but the original tank looks solid. Body-wise, it's impressively clean with very little rust for its age. The seller says floors and trunk are solid, and the odometer shows just over 41,000 miles. It's a true survivor with potential. Whether you're dreaming of a sleeper cruiser or a street strip build, this Pontiac could be the ideal blank canvas. Sellers not looking for trades, just bring your trailer and be ready to load. 2. 1966 Ford Thunderbird, $1,900, Howard City, Michigan. Next up, a 1966 Thunderbird that runs, drives, and comes with a few key upgrades to get you started. The seller just put on a new set of tires, along with a fresh battery, plugs, and plug wires. While the drivetrain works, it's still a project, and it'll need to be trailered home to play it safe. Paint is faded, and the car's got that classic fixer-upper energy. The interior is rough but appears complete, and the blue-on-blue color combo gives it strong 60s vibes. The seller's including some parts to help move the project along. If you're a fan of big 1960s Fords, this is a great base to start from, and at under $2,000, it's tough to ignore. 3. 1972 Pontiac Granville, $2,000, Webbville, Kentucky. Here's a massive land yacht with some muscle under the hood, a 1972 Pontiac Granville powered by a 455 big block. The seller says it has just 59,000 miles and that it'd be fairly easy to get back on the road. There is some rust here and there, but nothing catastrophic according to the listing. The interior is still in decent shape, and these Granvilles were top of the line when new, big, bold, and built to cruise. It's priced at $2,000, and the seller's open to offers or possibly trades. They won't respond to "Is this available?" messages, so if you're serious, come ready to talk deals. 4. 1978 Chevrolet Camaro LT, $2,500, DeMotte, Indiana. This next one's a classic second-gen Camaro with a 305 V8 under the hood, long tube headers, and dual exhaust already in place. It runs and moves under its own power, but there's no key and it's currently running off a gas can. It has a clean title though. Brakes and fuel lines probably need attention, and the floors are in rough shape. Same goes for the rocker panels and interior. This one's for someone ready to dive into a real project. That said, the subframe looks solid, which is a good sign structurally. It's not pretty, but if you want an LT Camaro to bring back to life, this might be a solid foundation. 5. 1978 Ford Mustang LX hatchback, $1,550, Ottawa, Illinois. This next one's something different. A 1978 Mustang hatchback LX with T-tops and a V8 under the hood. The seller says it's not in bad shape, though it's currently not running due to a no-spark issue. Still, at $1,550, it's a tempting starting point for a Fox Body-style resto-mod or weekend cruiser. Only 40,000 miles are showing on the dash, and the car has a clean title. The bright yellow paint and white interior make for a cool vintage combo, and the T-tops are a rare bonus. You'll need to diagnose the ignition issue, but beyond that, this little Mustang has solid potential for someone with a little time and ambition. 6. 1958 Ford Thunderbird, $2,500, Shreve, Ohio. Now here's a special find, a first-year Squarebird. This 1958 Thunderbird comes with a 352 V8, automatic transmission and power everything, steering, brakes, and windows. It's been off the road for many years, and while the engine turns freely, it's currently disassembled. Fortunately, the seller says nearly all the parts are there, minus the radiator. The body is surprisingly solid for a car this old, though there are a few dents here and there. The car needs a full restoration, but has a clean Ohio title and classic potential written all over it. Whether you're building a 50s custom, returning it to stock, or just salvaging rare Squarebird parts, this one is worth a look. Seller can even deliver within a reasonable distance for a fee. 7. 1968 Pontiac Tempest, $1,850, Lockport, New York. Here's a unique old-school two-door post car, a 1968 Pontiac Tempest, running the OHC Inline 6 and a Powerglide automatic. It'll bottle run and shift into gear so it's not locked up, and the seller has already installed new ignition components. The interior comes with bucket seats and a rear seat, though everything will need a thorough restoration. It'll need to be trailered out, and the seller is firm on the price, $1,850 cash. Not many Tempests left in the wild like this one, and the post body gives it a nice rigid frame if you're thinking of a sleeper build. 8. 1966 Ford Galaxy 500, $1,400, Springfield, Missouri. This one's being sold as a parts car, and the seller makes that clear. A 1966 Galaxy 500, straight body but no title. It's a complete car, which means there's a lot to salvage: trim, glass, panels, drivetrain bits, if you're working on restoring another 1966. At $1,400, it could be a decent donor, or with some legwork, possibly resurrected with the right paperwork. Not for the faint of heart, but a treasure chest for the right builder. 9. 1968 Chevrolet Chevelle, $2,500, King George, Virginia. This one's listed as a 68, but the seller mentions it's actually a 1969 four-door Chevelle. It's powered by a 327 with a 4-barrel carb, and it even came with factory air conditioning. The body looks mostly complete, and while it's not a showpiece, this would be a solid base for a rat rod or restoration. You're not getting hand-holding here. The seller warns they won't reply to "Is this available?" messages. But the VA title is in hand, and it's located in King George. For $2,500, it's a rare chance to grab a nearly complete big block A-body with clean paperwork. 10. 1964 Chevrolet Impala Bel Air Sedan, $3,000, Moncks Corner, South Carolina. Here's a 64 Chevy Roller with lots of potential. This sedan has no motor or trans, the seller's keeping the drivetrain, but it comes with a clean South Carolina title, owner's manual, and a Ford 9-inch rear end already installed. It'll need floor pans and shows typical rust for the era, but the shell is intact and would make an excellent project for a lowrider or a resto mod. At $3,000, it's priced for someone ready to bring life back to a classic body style. 11. 1968 Cadillac Eldorado, $2,800, East Peoria, Illinois. Closing out today's list is a striking white-on-white Cadillac Eldorado. This one's missing the engine, but otherwise it's in amazing cosmetic condition. The body is straight and solid, wearing its original white paint, and the interior looks excellent, featuring the Strato bench seat, power windows, power locks, tilt and telescoping wheel, and more. There's some rust at the bottom of the driver's side front fender, but overall it's a clean canvas for a big luxury coupe restoration. The trunk is solid and still holds the original spare, a rare detail that hints at how well preserved this car really is. For under $3,000, it's a steal for anyone with an engine ready to drop in. And that's a wrap on this week's full lineup. 11 roughed, rusty, and remarkably cool classic cars, all priced under $3,000. From full-size cruisers to muscle car foundations, there's something in here for builders of every kind.
Let us know in the comments which one you'd haul home, and make sure to subscribe to King Gnaw for more low-cost classics every single week.